This street we are traveling on is named after the 40th President of the United States, Ronald Reagan. It is located in the Desnianskyi district of Kyiv, in the Troyeshchina residential area. The length of this street is almost 3 kilometers, approximately 2 miles. It was created in 1982 under the name Second New Street. From 1983 to 2023, it was named after the American writer Theodore Dreiser. Theodore Dreiser was the author of outstanding works such as American Tragedy, The Financier, Titan, and others. His literary legacy is an important part of 20th century American literature. On 13th of July 2023, Kyiv City Council renamed the street in honor of the 40th President of the United States, Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan is widely recognized in the countries of Central and Eastern Europe, once part of the former Soviet bloc, and long under brutal communist rule and a complete lack of freedom. Reagan is particularly respected for his consistent fight against the Soviet Union and his significant contribution to the fall of the Iron Curtain and the subsequent destruction of the USSR. At that time, the American president said the following: "Let us pray for the salvation of all, those who live in this totalitarian darkness. But, as long as they preach the omnipotence of the state and its superiority over the individual, as long as they believe in their future dominion over all the peoples of the earth, they are the center of evil in the modern world." Ronald Reagan referred to the Soviet Union as the evil empire. During his active political career, Ronald Reagan stood out for his significant support of Ukrainians and many other peoples enslaved by Moscow in their quest to regain their independence. President Reagan had close ties with the Ukrainian community in the United States, took an active interest in Ukrainian history, supported numerous initiatives by Ukrainian Americans, and even personally knew most of the Ukrainian political prisoners of the Soviet regime. Ronald Reagan Street is located in the residential area of Troyeshchina, which is one of the largest residential areas in Kyiv. The area has a well-developed infrastructure and a variety of communal and public facilities, such as schools, kindergartens, shops, cafes, pharmacies, and other facilities. This makes Ronald Reagan Street a convenient place to live. Ronald Reagan Street is served by public transport, including buses and minibuses, which provide convenient access to other parts of Kyiv. Along Ronald Reagan Street, there are parks, squares, and places for walking. This street is part of the actively developing residential sector of Troyeshchina. Here you can find attractive multi-story buildings that create a comfortable living environment. This street was named after the 40th President of the United States, Ronald Reagan, for his outstanding contribution to world politics and his special attitude to the problems associated with the development of democracy, support for freedom, and active struggle for human rights. Reagan played an important role in strengthening relations between the United States and countries suffering from totalitarian regimes, including Central and Eastern Europe. All this made him an honorable figure for many people who sought freedom and democracy.